Hey, Des, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you turn the call off because we've got some awesome speaker on here today to do the training.
Okay.
But I am fired up. We just keep it moving. But man, when I tell you, Des, you can tell the story. You saw what happened with Ben Galinsky, and you saw what happened with Skinny Body Care when we dropped a weight loss product. You saw it happen with your own line eyes.
Yes, I did. I saw it with my own eyes.
Oh my God.
So take heed, take heed and get in front of what's getting ready to happen.
What's about to happen in the next couple of weeks is going to blow this industry again out the water. Do y'all hear me? See, people don't hear me. See, they playing that game, and we're going to play the game too. Enough is enough. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being tired. We're going to help the average guy win. That's what this company's about. All this nonsense, we're going to knock the noise out, but watch what's about to happen. Back to you, Des. Let's bring on our special speakers. I was so depressed the other day. You know, Des, you know what I was going through. And I'm like, okay, just calm it down. Settle down. Just settle down. Let's go. Let's go. Because what's about to happen is huge. When I say huge, everybody on this call right now is going to make history, going to make more money than ever made in their life if they just focus on the focus. Stay away from the noise. Stay away from the games that's going on. Stay away from the nonsense. Just focus. Get to, help to, repeat that to Diamond. Back to you, Des.
All right. Thank you so much, Tim, for them words. Yes, I encourage you as well. Stay focused, ignore the noise, put your head down. I do that all the time. I just focus and I literally put my head down. And even sometimes, even in the chats and stuff like that, I have to put my head down and I literally just have to focus on what Desiree has set for Desiree, what my goals are for Desiree and my family. And that's what I usually do. I just keep my blinders on and I keep it, I just keep what I need to do. And I say my positive affirmations every day for Desiree. So if you can learn to do that, guys, I can tell you, you will see major results in your own business. But without further ado, I am so happy to have this couple. I love to hear from them. They always bring you value. Both of them together as a team. I always say together everyone achieves more. And guys, you guys bring it all the time. And I love what you stand for. I love the fact that you are committed, which is one of the reasons why I personally, I like to see people who are committed to something and see it through to the end. Because when you set your sights on a goal, that's the mission. You got to set your sight on the goal so that you can stay focused. Because if I guarantee you, if you set a goal and then you hear it all over, it might not happen for you. It just might not. And if it do happen, it ain't gonna happen this year. It might happen maybe next year or maybe the year after, but it just ain't gonna happen within the time frame that you set it out. Because one thing I do know, and this is my personal opinion, but I just know I can't chase two rabbits when I'm trying to set my eyes on the prize. And so I just say, set your eyes on the prize. And without further ado, I want to bring up a favorite couple of mine. And I'm so happy that they're part of this Live Good organization because I tell you, we got some phenomenal leaders inside of Live Good that bring so much value to our company. And you can take up from, I don't care how long, I've been in the industry a long time, since I was 19 years old, but I don't care how long I've been in the industry. I can learn from each and every person and Live Good.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
don't
good.
care who you are. I can learn so much from everybody. And I've learned a lot just from their ideas and different things, the way they bring it. And it's like, wow, I love it. So guys, take your pen, write down things. And if it resonates with you, hey, run with it, take it. And let's go make it happen. And like Tim said, what's about to happen, guys?
You need some money.
I don't know. He made a lot, should I say, a lot of money when that weight loss dropped with just that one product. So can you imagine, we have a lot of products, and then weight loss is getting ready to now come in, and it's going to knock everything out the box, out the park for a lot of people, because they're going to see not only are we providing a great product with great ingredients, but when they see the price point, it's just a no-brainer. It makes sense. So without further ado, I want to bring up Josh and Brittany. Thank you guys for showing up to blow up and coming on our call to help everybody in Live Good. And thanks so much for your commitment to Live Good. Thank you so much. We trust you and we value you. And so I say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, before I jump on, I just saw Mr. Nauder Kazan unmuted himself. So I want to give him, just in case, because he's moving and shaking. So just in case he wants to speak, I want to give him an opportunity, because I know he always brings the value. So Nauder, please, if you got something to say, please share with us.
First of all, good morning, Britt. How are you?
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, young lady. Hi, Des. Hi, everyone. Brother Josh. Everybody good? Everybody staying out of trouble? All right.
Everybody wave bye to Nauder.
Oh, hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Josh, for that. Thank you, of course, Tim, for inviting me. I was in the middle of one Zoom. Hi, Pinky. I was in the middle of one Zoom. Tim called me. I got to actually run down the hill. A buddy of mine is getting married at 10, and then our daughter is having competition. But when you all reach out, it's an honor and pleasure to be a part of your community. I'm truly blessed to serve you. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in awe of the trainers you got lined up, but I want to share one thing with you. And again, thank you, Brother Josh, for allowing me to speak for a couple of minutes. You know that's going to go for half an hour. But that being said, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I was just listening to you all. Find your approach. It's like what we teach on Sunday school. Find your gift. You're given a gift. Trust me. You're given a gift. You just got to find it. The good news with Live Good is while you're finding your gift, while you're fine-tuning your skills, while you're getting on the Friday Zoom, while you're getting on a lot of team Zooms. I mean, we have team Zooms with 700, 800 people, on the corporate Zooms get 300. And that's the most beautiful thing. I like, as a father, for me to see my kids grow on their own, have their own parties, have their own kids, have their own businesses. And for us as a corporate team to see calls like this, Zoom like this, amazing leaders like this to step up and come out and share their hearts with the masses, with the rest of the 1 million family owners and family members of Live Good, it blesses my heart. So here's what I want to share with you. Your approach to get the Live Good word is your approach. You know your friends better than I will ever know your friends, and vice versa. Here is what I said yesterday on the Zoom and Wednesday on the Zoom that kind of blew up. I don't know, whatever the last Facebook thing I posted. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that everybody is, not everybody, but a lot of people are trying to look like what they're not. And you know what? I got Tim Miller on here. I know Tim knows how much I love him. I know he loves me. I'm going to make it very simple. When we first launched Live Good, when we first getting going, that man right there was going from hotels to hotels to use their background to be able to do Zooms. Nauder, while we were getting the ball rolling, was shaving in this pool to save money on water heater. But if you would see things on social media, you would never know that. So that being said, and I want to point at this, and that's why thank you, Josh, for letting me take a few minutes here. Your skill, your style of reaching out to your contacts, your beloved, is yours, is your way of doing it. But here's the good news. The good news is while you're doing it, you're getting healthy. You're paying $18 for something that costs us $12 to $13 to make, and we bring it to you at cost. That's while you're out there fine-tuning your skills of approaching. And here's the thing. When you believe in something from the bottom of your heart, in my case, happened to be my faith and my family in that very order, and then Live Good in that exact order. You don't really need to, how do I say it? You just have to be you. Just be contagious. I mean, what is sweeter than helping people save money and get healthy? What is sweeter? And as a business person, you stepped in and you're taking advantage of the timing. I get that. but the core is helping people get healthy. As a business person that you're in, now you can approach any way you want. You can talk to your friends any way you want. But as a business person, I'm a business person. Let me ask you this. Show me another way a company can direct sell to consumer a product that costs about $13 for 18. It's impossible. When y'all click why this model is revolutionizing the world of commerce, and we're just starting the word of mouth, using the word of mouth.
Recording in progress.
Get it out. When you recognize that, then you will know. Then you will know what you got your hands on. Like Trisha Costa shared a few weeks ago, one of the reasons traditional network marketing companies that sell amazing products for $80, a lot of those distributors, a lot of those IBOs, a lot of those affiliates go out there and buy attraction marketing, different websites, so on and so forth. And I'm saying it's bad is because deep in their heart, they're ashamed or they don't want to go tell their friends about the $80 product. And usually the excuse is, I don't want to go tell my friend Desiree, I don't want to go tell my friends Josh or Britt or Trisha or whoever about this company, about this opportunity until I start making some money myself. Well, the problem is you're never going to make any money when you go home, look this up, and you find that on Amazon for $40. That's why the number 2.8 month is such an accurate number. First month, they go in, they buy 5 or 6 of these to get started at a higher level, because if you're in a race, you want to start closer to the finish line, right? That's how they sell you big packs, right? So you went to a meeting, you bought 5 of these, 5 times 80 is what, $400. You come home, you're excited, you look it on internet, and now with the internet, the good and the bad both is out there. We all know what I'm talking about. They go out the next thing, you know, they look at somebody else who was in that company who bought the same pack and went home, and that person found it for half price on Amazon, and then found somebody who bought it for the same amount is selling it on eBay because he or she is trying to get out of the business because none of her friends are willing to pay $80 for it. That's what you're changing. And when that market is like that, the $220 billion a year industry that's like that people have to get tricky, have to get skilled, have to get to trainings, have to go watch Tony Robbins and listen to, my beloved Jim Rome from the other side when he's serving the Lord in heaven, and just to learn how to sell. Well, you have to go through all those trainings if you want to sell this. When you know your friend is going to go on the very website of the company and look on the compensation plan and find out it costs the company $6. See, so here's what I'm saying real quick. Again, I know I said it real quick 5 times. When you're approaching your contacts right now, the next year, ladies and gentlemen, you want to go get warriors. Period. Yes, everybody needs our product. Bless everyone. Be the light on top of the hill. Shine for everyone. Be the rain. Rain on everyone. Get them on these products. Let them get healthy, stay healthy. And believe you me, when people get on these products, even though they swear on whatever they believe in, that they would never refer a single person, because every opportunity they've been involved with or got involved with, they lost their shirt and their friends lost their shirt and they lost friendships. They get on these products. They're on it for 2 or 3 weeks. They inevitably start sharing. In other opportunities, when you buy 10 of these at $80 each and you go home, find them for half price on Amazon or on eBay, that's why you need all those leads. That's why you need all those skills of, well, when you talk to your contact, wait for an answer. And then when they give you the answer, make sure you come back with this rebuttal. What? No, it's a 33 cents a day opportunity. Be honest, be fun, be contagious. Be contagious. See, all the other opportunities that I got involved with, companies I launched or whatever, you would see people coming in the beginning, they were hot, they're going. But then I could time it that people would go home 2 or 3 months and they're going, gosh, I don't know if I can do this to my friend Bobby, who's a firefighter and is also working a part-time job, because for whatever reason, I can't do to others what was done to me. But guess what? Here's what I'm going to end it with. I can call my brother in faith and his amazing wife, Britt. I can call Josh and say, hey, Josh, Nauder, how's it going, bro? Great. Hey, man, I'm running out. Got a quick question for you. I see you and Britt are doing amazingly on social media. Like I said, hope all is well. Hey, brother, I just started a new business, getting healthy, but most importantly, looks like this is going to change the world of commerce. Do me a favor. I'm going to send you, remember, do me a favor. I'm going to send you a video link. Take a look at it. Based on what I see, what you and Britt doing on social media, things going very well for you. Based on that, I know for a fact, not I guess, not maybe, I know for a fact that you and Britt know 2 or 3 people that might want to get healthy and stay healthy at these prices, but at the same time, be a part of potentially the Amazon of home-based business. For me, asking people who do you know has worked very well. It's also helped me recruit people that I think they're smarter than me, that I think they're more business minded than me. Why? Because I can go to I don't have an uncle with this name, but if I had an uncle named Bob who was an attorney making 10 million a year, and I always looked up to him, I can go to Uncle Bob and present LiveGood to him, say, Uncle Bob, hey, respect you, appreciate you. Hey man, I look up to you. I just started a new business. I'm coming to you because I need a favor. I want you to take a look at something for me. Let me know who you know. We're changing the world of commerce, please. I have a lot of respect for you because of your success and what you've done for my family and I, whatever the case is. Do me a favor, take a look at my tour page and let me know who you know. Drop the hint page, the hint words, and let them watch the video. Is it the best video? No, it's not. But it's getting the point across very, very well. What it's doing that Ben always talks about is making people not being able to unsee that we make a product for 13, bring it to the end user for 18. Other companies make it for about 7, have to bring it to you for 80. That's why people quit every 2.8 months, because they realize what was done to them and they're not going to do others what was done to them. So again and again and again, we live in a world of social media that people, unfortunately, some people live in a world, live a life or show a life that's not theirs. It's inevitable. Come on. All these apps have their own filters and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. But that being said, use that. Your goal, your mission is to get as many people to fall in love with LiveGood as possible within the next 6 months. Within the next 6 months. And knowing that right now there's everybody on the internet, most people on the internet, especially the ones that are talking about money and getting healthy, are using filters to look skinnier and parked in front of mansions and pretending it's their home in a rented Ferrari. Why not reach out to them for the next few weeks? Say, hey, Johnny, hey, Bobby, hey, Sally, I know you're doing impeccably well. I'm blessed beyond measure as well. My company is absolutely exploding. We actually just got into China. Based on what I see, what you're doing on social media and your amazing success, I know for a fact, I know for a fact that you know 2 or 3 people that might want to be a part of this opportunity, part of this revolution we call LiveGood. I'm going to send you a video, not may I. I'm going to send you a video. Do me a favor, my beloved, my rich uncle, my rich aunt, my crypto master, whatever. Take a look at this 5-minute video. Let me know who you know that wants to be a part of this. When you do that to people, inevitably, they're going to do to others what was done to them. What are they going to do? They're going to go to somebody that they look up to and say, hey, because they can say that. They can't go to somebody who looks up to them. In the early stages of LiveGood, the first 3 or 4 years, you want your foundation to be the people on this Zoom. Warriors, business owners, former law enforcement, people that are out there buying and flipping properties, people that just set. I know somebody on this Zoom that she owns rental properties in multiple countries. She's not doing LiveGood to make money. She's doing LiveGood because she wants to be a part of helping people to get healthy. And guess what? Because she's going all out massive action, because a lot of people on this Zoom are going to go all out massive action. I'm talking all out massive action. You're not asking for opinions. You're not asking for any of that. No, you said, hey, do me a favor. Let me know who you know. I love you all. Keep it simple. Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, get to Vegas. My kid's competing the next day. I'm going to drive as fast as I can to come up there and give all of you a hug. Thank you, Josh. Sorry that I took your time. I love you, my brother in Christ. Britt, you look great. All of you, Des, you're the best. Love you all, and thank you again for everything. Bye.
Thank you,
Look at the beautiful crowd.
Thank you, Nauder.
Love you. Bye, Des.
So grateful for Nauder's heart. Man, I've become close to Nauder in the past year, and it's so much more than just a business with him. Nauder is genuinely, if you saw the text messages he sends me, 90% of the time it has nothing to do with business whatsoever, and it's all heart. Or we share the same faith, and so we talk a lot about that. So I absolutely love Nauder. But that actually leads great into the topic that we're going to be talking about today. But before that, just in case anybody doesn't know who we are, quickly I want to share the journey as fast as possible, so you know where our heart is coming from when we talk about what we're about to talk about. I'm a former police officer. Brittany and I met in college. We were 19 years old, started having babies really young. Actually, we were 18. Our oldest was born on Brittany's 19th birthday. And And so they share a birthday, which is coming up March 29th. Our oldest son will be 20, and Brittany, she'll be 25. So anyway, that being said, so we met young, started a family young, all that. I was pursuing a dream to be a police officer. So I was going to criminal justice courses because I'm a former foster kid. I'm a former foster kid from Southern Illinois, and I was always told I would either end up on drugs, I would end up in prison, something along those lines. And so, and I have 12 siblings, and many of them have been in prison and on drugs and all those things. And I just wanted to make a difference. And so I didn't want to go down that statistical path. And so that's why I pursued law enforcement. In my mind, that would ultimately be a way to make a difference, and it would be success, right? And so fast forward, and that's what we did. I became a police officer. Brittany became a 911 dispatcher. At 30 years old, we had been in that career for 7 years by that point, and we were looking at our life saying, this isn't it. Like, we're struggling bad. Our marriage was falling apart. I worked second shift. She worked midnights. We had our kids were little back then. We have 3 kids. And we were fighting all the time and threatening divorce, and things were just not good. And so that brought us to a breaking point where we said, we need something, like we need hope. We need something. I may get emotional and bring myself back to that. It is what it is. But we were at a point where we were just like, we need hope. We need something. Like we were lost. And so that's what led us. That's who we are at the core. So when I talk about the things I talk about, I want you guys to know who we are at the core and why we started in this space and what we believe in this space. Because I made a post on Facebook that I was looking for a way to earn an extra income. And a guy said, hey, check out what I do. And so he shared Advocare with me. It was a company in the nutrition space. And we didn't know any different. We didn't know nothing about the industry, but we got started and in that company. And don't get me wrong, I'm forever grateful. But through the journey, we've learned a lot of things. And I'm going to talk about that way as we talk about what we're going to talk about. This makes sense. In that company, I'm grateful because we grew a lot. We were challenged a lot. We became better people. I gave my life to Christ. Just a number of things through the people that I met that led me. I got on Bible study and started digging into scripture. So many great things came from that. But there were also some icky things. Because if you look up Advocare, you're going to find out that Advocare was forced to restructure by the FTC in 2019, and because they were a front load company. What's a front load company? A company that has people buy big packages to maximize their commissions up front, right? And so when we got started, we spent $2,400 for $3,000 worth of products. We had to put it on a credit card, and that stuff just isn't okay in the industry. We didn't know any different. Don't get me wrong. We were looking for hope. Like I said, that's where our hearts were. But we were ultimately able to build a decently successful business, able to walk away, brought Brittany home from 911 dispatching shortly after. My employer mandated me to work an overtime shift on my son's kindergarten graduation, and I made the decision to come home. In 2019, that was in 2015. In 2019, so we do very well over the next 4 years. And in 2019, whenever Advocare restructured and was forced to restructure, we lost 95% of our income. And so at that time, I did a couple of things. Number one, we had already been using CBDs from another company. And that because our company didn't have it, we had been using CBDs, and that's when CBDs were kind of starting to were up and coming. And so we said, you know what, we'll start promoting this, but we didn't want to jump to another nutrition company. And so we started promoting that, and then confirm speaking. I don't speaking language is English. Sorry, this just asked me what my speaking language is. Squirrel. So anyway, so we started promoting this company, and quickly we realized, like, this company is not helping people. Within a couple months, we realized this company, it was a progressive buy-in. And we were like, man, this is not good. So Brittany and I, our hearts just were not with that. that turned us to, I ultimately started driving for Uber to fill the gaps. Also got into the crypto space. And so I've been burned there too. I say that to tell you guys I've been burned in that space too, because I've trusted some people in that space that burned us. And then me and Brittany also started in growing a church that was a dying church. Brittany became the kids director at that church, and I became a deacon at that church. And over the course of the next couple of years, we built that helped to grow that church by glory to God, grow that church from 30 members to over 300. So it is, and we were blessed to be part of that. And so then in 21, we said, you know what, we miss doing what we did in the nutrition space. So we started looking, and we stumbled across another company in 2021. And we said, you know what, maybe this one's a good one. And we got started with it. And sadly, it wasn't. And we gave it a good 2-year run. And we're grateful for that time because we met some amazing friends, amazing people that are very close. Mike Smith is on here right now. Him and his wife Rainey are some of our best friends now, and we met them in that company. So I don't take from that, but I learned the ickiness, the shadiness, the sliminess in the industry from many of these things. So where our hearts were when we saw Live Good, when we looked at Live Good and we decided, all right, this is it. There's no other company for Josh and Brittany Cross. We wouldn't even be in the industry anymore after that if it wasn't for Live Good. I'm just going to be honest with you, because the Brittany and I, we're at a point now financially, just due to some great savings and investments we've made, that I don't need a Live Good check. Just going to be honest with you guys. Our bills, we live very small. Every single bill we have is $2,500 a month, and we make enough outside of Live Good to where we don't have to have a Live Good check. So why we do Live Good? This is why we do Live Good right here, because this is the first time when we saw Live Good, we said, all right, there's a lot of people over the past 9 years that have trusted us, and we've let them down, that have put their faith in us, and we've let them down. And that's not my heart. My heart is to help people and not hurt people. And there's a lot of people that have said, all right, we're going to join you. We're going to join you in this one, Josh and Brittany. And they've been front loaded, and they've been progressively bought in, and they were stuck in an auto ship, and they were sold overpriced products. And so we were done with that. And so when we saw Live Good, we said, I owe it to the people who have trusted in us to actually help them win without them getting hurt whatsoever. No one gets hurt in Live Good. Even if a person doesn't get spillover, like, screw all that. I'm not even talking about all that. People are like, well, I don't get spillover fast enough. For $10 a month, you're saving massively. The person signs up day one in Live Good, you're in savings. Day one. Go compare the price of our frother to the cheapest one you can find on Amazon. I mean, you're immediately saving. So no one, absolutely no one, even if you're not making a check, absolutely no one loses in Live Good. If you're not going to at least buy the products, then what's the point in joining, right? If you know what I'm saying, if you're not going to save, then what's the point in joining? But then again, I guess people sign up for Netflix and never watch it. So whatever. But anywho, so no one gets hurt in Live Good. And so that's something that we can proudly stand behind. I'm not ashamed of anything. Even when people say, I'm not getting spillover fast enough. So, like, get over yourself. What are you talking about? So no one actually gets hurt in Live Good. There's nobody that Live Good doesn't hurt anyone when it's just Live Good. When it's just Live Good. When see, Live Good is $49 an effort. So you can make money from a couple things. You can make money from money. So if you got money, you can use money to make more money. You can make money from effort. So if you don't got money, then you got to turn effort into money, right? To make extra money. And $49 an effort is what the investment for Live Good is. There's nothing else. You don't need other things. You don't got to pay for other things. You don't have to add. You don't have to buy ads. You don't have to buy funnels. You don't have to all that stuff. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And that's why I say if Live Good is the focus, then nobody gets hurt. Now, are there people that go off and do other things and spend money on all this and do this and that, and then they're upset because they're like, I lost all this money? Yeah, but that's not Live Good. That's not Live Good. That's because you chose to add other things to Live Good. So what I'm telling you is the reason that Brittany and I are here, our hearts are sold out. We don't just wear the shirt to wear the shirt. We don't just wear the shirt to say, hey, we're doing Live Good, but we want to, we're going to use Live Good to make you think that we're part of the team and we're going to manipulate you. And we don't do that stuff. We don't just wear the shirt. Live Good's in us, and what Live Good stands for in this industry is in us. And that's why we're here. I don't need a Live Good check. I don't need a Live Good check. I don't have to be in the industry, but I've seen what this industry, the good of this industry, can do for people. But I've also seen how the bad can hurt people, especially when you have hopes and dreams. Again, we came to this industry. Here's the deal. In October of 2014, I was sitting in my garage in my squad car, ready to eat a bullet. I ended my shift. I went 10:42. I pulled my gun out of my holster. I set it in my lap, and I was considering taking my life that night. That's how hopeless our life was. So I think about when someone puts their hope, when they put their, man, I need this so badly. The hurt that it can cause, the desperation, the loneliness, the pain that it can cause if that hope is snatched from them. And so I can only imagine what that would have looked like for us. And I'm so grateful that that wasn't our story. But I've seen that happen to people when their hope is like, man, this is my shot. This is my shot to make it. And so that's the people that Brittany and I are fighting for. If that's you, that you're who we're fighting for. That's why when people read, we don't care whose team you're on. We don't care about cross line, down line, all that stuff. We care about investing in people. We care about helping people win, no matter what. Who you are matters more than what you do or how much you make. Who you are matters more than what you do or how much you make. And what I mean by that is a lot of people get lost in the I used to, when I was a police officer, I used to love these pins because we got a pin every time we hit a benchmark of 25 DUI arrests. I had 25, and then I had 50, and then I had 75. And I used to love these pins that I wore on my uniform that said, I arrested 25 people for DUI. And I used to love that. And don't get me wrong, taking DUIs off the street is a great thing. But I put this on a pedestal of like, man, this is what I do, right? And that's what I felt defined me. And there was emptiness in that. How much money you make, there's emptiness in that if who you are is not right. So look at this industry. In Live Good, we're changing the industry. We're so radically different. It's crazy. And I've just talked about some of the things that make us radically different. But look at this industry. Think of the people, and we all have them in our mind. Think of the people in your mind that you're like, man, they're just slimy. Like they're just shady. Like they're in thing after thing after thing. And like I would never we all have them in our mind. Is that what you want to be? Or do you want to be the person where you say, you know what? I've always seen them be committed. I've always seen them, they're a little bit different. They do things right. And so who you are is so much more important than what you will make or what you do, what rank you have, because in the long run, who you are, if you compose yourself in a way of integrity, in a way of commitment, in a way of loving people and helping people, people are going to know that, They're going to see that in a 30, take a 30-year snapshot of that character of an individual. You're going to have success. You're going to have success because people are going to know, all right, I can depend on them. I can trust them if your heart is right. But take a 5-year snapshot of somebody who's all over the place, who's just chasing the next rabbit and looking for greed, and people are going to know that too. And people are going to run from that. All right, I think I'm there. I think I had one more thing. Oh, the last thing I got, and then Brittany's taken over. Leading from the front. Okay, I will never teach anyone to build a business in a way that I didn't build it. I will never teach anyone to build a business in a way that I didn't build it. The craziest thing to me is when I see leaders in this space tell people, you should do this, but they didn't build that way. They didn't build that way. But they tell others they should build that way. That boggles my mind. I teach the way that I built. I've laid out, it's not sexy, it's not pretty or anything like that, but at buildlg.com, I've laid out exactly how I've built. You don't got to pay for it. It's absolutely free. There's no catches. There's no gimmicks. There's no, I'm going to get you into, there's none of that. BuildLG.com. It's free for everyone to use. I've laid out exactly how I built, literally the verbiage that I use still to this day that I use to recruit. I think we're at like 225 people that we personally, 226 people that we personally sponsored at this point. And I just do that consistently. I pound that stone over and over and over. Literally had somebody sign up yesterday or day before yesterday, who I'd reached out back in August of 23. She just finally joined, right? And so I just keep pounding that stone, and that's how I build. I don't do anything else. And so with that being said, if that's how I built, how crazy of me would it be to tell someone else to build a different way? That would be absolutely crazy. It would be crazy for me to tell anyone else to build a different way than how I built. I believe in leading from the front. I believe in creating duplication, and I believe in $49 an effort. All right, that's what I got. It's on to my better 90%. She's way cooler. So.
Oh my gosh, I am not way cooler. But I do have a few things that I wanted to talk about. And then, I mean, he might have to chime in. He might chime in on some stuff too. Who knows? But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about loyalty. Loyalty has been coming up a lot in the past couple weeks. In our household, we've had a lot of talks about loyalty. We've talked to some, other people about where they loyal at, what are their loyalties, those type of things. Trisha Costa actually made a post yesterday, if anybody follows Trisha. And
if you don't, you should.
And she posted on her page on, are you team loyalty or are you team cross recruiting, right? And it was just an engagement post. And of course, Josh and I are 100% team loyalty. And so we commented on there, and everybody gave their feedback, all of that stuff. But then also the thing is, when it comes to things that are on your mind, to know that they're true and they're truthful and you're following the right path, they usually come up more than one time, right? Josh and I talking about loyalty amongst each other in our house. Nobody knows about it, right? And then, we have somebody else reach out to us about talking about loyalty. Then Trisha makes a post, talking about loyalty. Those things start to trigger. And then this morning, I read a daily devotional that gets sent out. We live in Southern Illinois, so there's this huge devotional that gets sent out all over the area that we live. Thousands of people get it every day. And we kind of read it together, right? Kind of to bring in that community. And so my devotional today was on loyalty. And so I'm going to read you a little snippet of what my devotional said. And, the thing is like when things keep coming up, it means that they're true and there's something that are of value and you want to follow them. And so my devotional said, loyalty is an old-fashioned quality. But when a person exhibits a rare quality like loyalty, that person gets promoted and it makes you stand out. Loyalty is being faithful, whether it's to your boss or to God or to someone else when difficulty tests your commitments. It's easy to be loyal when something is going great, but when the ship goes into the storm, that's when real loyalty comes out. And because God is more interested in your character than your career, your loyalty will be tested in your work. In the middle of those storms, he's seeing if he can trust you with great responsibility. So I got that today. And then when Tim asked us to speak on the call, he talked to Josh, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about when it comes to loyalty. And it's going to be loyalty because it's come up so many times. Right. And it's building this character amongst people, right? Like-minded people, and building, you know, on each other. And also I wanted to go into like that loyalty thing in Live Good is, I think, more than in another company, because you know, we're so different. We're on a mission. It's different. We're changing this industry. Like, that's the mission of Live Good, right? And we have to be loyal to that. When Josh and I said yes to Live Good, right? When he heard about Live Good and he said, hey, I'm going to sign up for Live Good. And then I had to think about it, because I am one of those people, like, I have to really analyze it. I'm a little bit of a green personality. I have to analyze it and figure out, like, if this is a fit for me, right? Because once I commit to something, I'm committed. And, you know, you're not going to, you know, shake my faith and shake me or try to get me out of anything. And so I had to think about that. I had to think about the real mission of Live Good and what it is that we're going to, you know, like, we're trying to achieve here. Like, we're the first of many. We're changing this industry. Eventually, 10 years from now, all the network marketing companies, if they're still around, they're going to have to do what we're doing, or they're not going to be around, right? Like, that's just the truth. Like, the industry is changing. Everything is always changing, right? You cannot change if you don't want to, but the world's going to change around you regardless if you want it to or not. And so we're always changing. And so I had to look at Live Good and be like, you know, like, really look at it and say, we're going to be loyal to this. Like, if we're going to do this, right? Because we were thinking about not being in the industry anymore. And we said, if we're going to do this, like, we're going to do this. We're going to be loyal to the mission of Live Good. And that's a lot. That's a long-term commitment. It's not about making the money. It's about spreading the love of Live Good. It's about helping people in this world get ahead, right? Helping people not feel disgusted by how they had been treated in other companies. It's about changing the viewpoint of other people and moving forward all together. And so that's what loyalty means to me. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. I also wanted to talk about just the mission that we're on. I know yesterday, if you're listening to Friday's call, Ryan, Mr. Dr. Ryan Goodkin, said that he has all these products, right, that he's got ready to launch, and he's been holding out on us. I was a little bit like, oh, Ryan, why are you doing that? Why have you been holding out? But I understand, right? I understand that there's ebbs and flows. I understand that there's reasons why, you know, for those things. And I'm excited for what's coming, right? He's going to be launching all these products, right? And the weight loss product is going to be a huge thing. Josh and I come from a company where, like, that was what our thing was. Right? Like, I know that Desiree said that him, you know, her and Tim, like, with Skinny Body Care, like, that was the thing, and it exploded. Where we came from, that was it too. Mm-hmm. And the momentum you could build around that is amazing. It's massive. And so that is something we need to be focusing on. Like, we need to, the ones that are loyal, the ones that are on the same page, we're all thinking the same way, getting on that same page together and building this, right? Building LG, and then building around what is coming, whatever it is that Ryan has coming for us. We don't know all the exact details, but we will get together and we will do that. And it's about all of us showing up together, all of us building that fire together, because when a fire is out there, people can't not see the fire, right? If there's a fire, like, if you're driving down the street and you see smoke, like, it's like everybody wants to stop and see. They want to see the fire, right? And so we need to be that fire, and we need to ignite our social media and ignite our towns and our communities and all of that together around the same thing. So I don't know what it's going to be, if we're going to do a group challenge, or we're going to have a group Facebook, or some hashtags that kind of go, but it's going to be all about us doing it all together. I will tell you that if we do a group, because I have thought about doing a group that is like all of us focus on, maybe if it's a weight loss challenge or something like that, it will just be for LG. Never will I ever use that group to promote any other thing, or to use you coming into that group or anything like that, I'm 100% loyal to Live Good. So know that if you add people to the group that we curate, it will only be for that only. And I would say also get to Vegas. If you can get to Vegas, get to Vegas. I've been seeing a lot of comments. I've been reading the comments while Josh was talking. And I am excited to meet you guys. I'm excited to hug your necks, all of those things. That's going to be like the fire starter, right? Like be in Vegas. If you can't physically be in Vegas, get the virtual ticket. But when you get that virtual ticket, block that time out, you guys. Like if so that you can be in that fire as much as you possibly can and be engaged in that. Don't let other things be happening and distracting you while you're watching that, while you're engaging, because you want to be a part of that as much as possible. And we're going to try our best to engage even the people that are virtually in that. And so that we can all be going in the same direction, loyal to Live Good and the mission of helping others win.
Yeah. So if you are going to be in Vegas, you will, I'm a hugger. So my love language is physical touch, just so you guys are aware. So if you, and I'm also a very large man. So
he's very tall, y'all.
I've had people say he just hugs people and you can't stop him because he's so big. So just be warned that I'm a hugger. It is what it is. But here's what I love about the event. The event is really where the community is built. The event, when we get around, I love these Zooms, don't get me wrong. I like virtual. It's great to stay connected, but getting in front of people, getting around people, getting face to face. My friend Mike Smith. Mike and Rainey, I knew Mike, again, he's on here right now. I knew Mike just over some Zooms and stuff like that. I didn't know Mike. I just knew him over some Zooms. And then I went to a company convention and I remember Mike saw me. We gave each other a big hug. Mike's a big guy, like me and Mike are about the same size. And we gave each other a big hug and got to meet his shy wife. She's kind of like they connect well, and we have a friendship that'll be, it's not business related in any way. It's not business. It's not connected to business. We have a genuine friendship now, right? And so I say that to say, showing up at the event is so much more than just, I'm going to get chained, or I'm going to get trained up, and I'm going to get rah session, and I'm going to get, like, we don't got to overhype products here to sell people on products, because that's just not our business model, right? So it's not that. It's not like it's really about getting around the people and getting to know your people who's moving in the same direction with you. And oftentimes that comes from what we call cross-line. Some of our best relationships in this space have been built from cross-line connections. We call them cross-line. One of my buddies, we used to call each other cross-line cabin cousins, because we ended up going to a cabin like retreat together, and we became CCC, cross-line cabin cousins. But that's some of the best connections that will make your business strong, because those individuals will help to support and lift you up. So being at Vegas, being at the events is such a powerful way to build those cross-line cabin connections. So with that, yes, if you're going to be there, but you can hug me virtually. I give better hugs in person, though. I just do. All right, that's what we got. I will pass it back to, I think Tim is unmuted, or is Desiree taking over? You guys, I love getting the opportunity to speak on these Saturday mornings. It's like sitting around the living room and chatting with my family. Who's taking over, Desiree or Tim?
I would love for Tim to come take over sometime. But anyway, he probably sitting in the back. No, doesn't take it. But anyway, Tim, jump in at any time if you like. You know that. But Josh and Brish, I just want to say thank you guys. You always bring the noise, and I love it. I love sitting around in the Zooms, and again, like you said, there's no other place to be but in Vegas, so we can physically hug you guys, touch and feel. I am old school. I am a belly to belly to person person anyway. I mean, when the internet came about, okay, it is, I mean, you can reach a lot of people, but it's still not the same as a person. I don't care what they do. AI can come in. I don't care. It's never going to replace what God has put on this earth, and that's a human being. And like Dr. Aaron always say, talk to the humans, talk to the human. Because guys, we need that social skills. We have to have it. When 2020 came, we all went crazy because it literally taught us something, that we needed each other, but they told us we couldn't hug each other. But it was really mind-boggling when we couldn't hug each other. But
Hey, Des, can you hear me?
I hear you. There you go. There you go. What's going on? Go ahead.
I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes. Finally, we did it. Finally, after 30 years of doing this, people are starting to get it. Josh, you get it. But you married your better half, brother. Britt gets it. I am so inspired right now. It's not even funny. We have our hands on something so big, so dynamic, where the average person, Des, talk to me. Des, you've been my best friend. You know what I'm saying. This is the first time we've experienced where the average person can win.
Right. Which is why
the average person can make it happen.
Yeah.
Making a difference in the average person, not the Tim Miller, not the 1% that Ben talks about, 2%, 3%. We can make money. I can go out there and sell anything, and I'll make. When the average person,
that's it,
can win.
That's it. That's why we're in the game, because it's about really helping the average person. And we want the average person to even feel the difference of not just the upfront money, but the residual money.
And that's what's funny, because me and you talked this morning. I said, we got to do the call. And you're like, I'm sick. See, y'all don't know, Des is dealing with a health issue right now, but she keep fighting for her team, keep fighting for her people.
The other night in the emergency.
She called me this morning. I said, no, we're not going to do it. I said, no, I'm going to get someone on this call. And I called Josh. I said, can you get on the call, Josh? Britt, can you get on the call? And we are here, guys. We're here for you guys, fighting for you. I cannot stress enough. And Des, you've seen it with your own line eyes.
Yep.
I'm good. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do calls. I don't need to do Zooms. I don't need to be in no events, no convention. I'm good. It's not about me.
So true.
But we're going to fix this stupid, crazy, backwards ass industry for once. All these Ponzi schemes, and I know what's all these Ponzi schemes get daily money doing nothing. No, stop. It's time to stop and do what's right. We save people money. We help people get healthy. And at the same time, there's a compensation plan built in here where everybody can win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And we're going to keep talking about that too, Tim. It's just about keep changing. The goal here, or the mission here, or the movement is like, if we could just remove the money out the way. And if everybody just stay on the point of the mission of why we're here in the first place, and it was to help so that we can change and fix the industry. So forget about like the money. See, the money gonna come, but when you get
That's right. And why are people being sold on nonsense leadership? Telling people you got to pay more to make more. That's nonsense. It has to stop. It has to stop.
Yeah.
Ben Galinsky, Nauder Kazan, they give us everything we need. We've been there.
Well, it's actually proven, though. It's already proven, because the people who were there in the forefront already, you proved it basically from that system that it can be done. Now, okay, let's move you out the way. Even if we moved you out the way, because people will look at you and say, oh, well, you going, well, of course, Tim Miller, because he got a big following. Okay, well, we can take just even some small people that didn't really make it happen and still look at our Christopher Hopkins, okay? Oh, well, he got lucky. No, it was about he still shared a link. And that system from that link is what provided.
No, but he did it the right way. I've never burned anybody. I take pride in that.
That's right.
I've never done that. I've never burned you.
That's right.
Have I ever burned you, Dad? I've known you, what, 20 years? Have I ever burned you?
No. Everything I've ever gotten into, I got to say, I've always made money. I've always made money. Now, I may not have agreed with you on that last company that you got me in, but
okay, stop.
We still got it. I was
bad mistake, right?
Oh, there was a bad mistake.
To these leaders, and I'm like, you listen to Kelly. These are leaders. They're winning. There's a reason. It's no secret. It's no trick. It's no hype. It's no nonsense on the back end. It's no deals being made. Just straight up facts. And then we get Ben taught me a long time ago. Ben said something to me. He said, internet marketers can be good for a business and bad. See, these guys come at you, and it's like, I posted a post today. I said, it's like a card trick. I'm looking for them aces and them spades.
Yep.
Because they're going to keep flipping the deck on the low end. And y'all just keep flipping and keep coming up with the same result. You go a year, 5 years, 10 years, same results. You're not winning. Oh, Tim, this is what they say. Oh, Tim, I got to take care of my family. Well, don't do it through network marketing.
Yeah, don't do it through the backs of other people either, and off the back of other people's team.
Exactly.
Have ethics, honesty, and you gotta have, honesty, integrity, and ethics. I've been taught that from the beginning of when I was 19 years old. I am now 59.
That's right.
And I've started in the industry, and I'm gonna tell you, Amway was like my best trainer and my teacher, and I understand why. And people used to say, well, Amway was like a cult, but you know what? Now I have an understanding of why Amway taught us to do that. And I'm so glad I had that great training ground at that early age, because I learned in the industry of network marketing that you want to have ethics and you want to have integrity, and you never, ever cross recruit simply because, see, number one, when I got into all these other companies that I've been a part of, I've always had success in every company that I've been a part of. And one of the reasons I can say I've had success is because I was willing to do the work. I was willing to be coached. I was willing to be trained. But I always took with me what my father always taught me and my mom always taught me, was to always have integrity. And always, your name is all you have. And one thing about integrity, your integrity is intact until you give it away. If you give your integrity away, guess what? No one can take your integrity. You gave it away. So therefore, you want to always make sure that your name at the end of the day is great. So whenever I get in any company, why I can hit the ground running fast is because the people who I can go to believe in me, like me, and trust me without me even selling them anything. They come in with me because they believe in me, they like me, they trust me that I will never, ever do anything wrong to their teams. I will never hurt them, and I will never, ever, ever break their downline. If they go with me, believe me, if I know you, Tim, and if I know your friends and they were your friends, and I decide I want to go to somewhere else, I will never, ever go and take anybody from your team. If anything, I would say, hey, listen, Tim, one of your team members are looking at something that I'm doing. That is being honest. That's having integrity. So that's basically, if I was to do something else, I would definitely go to Tim first, because that's how I knew that person.
Here's the funny part before we hop off of here. When Live Good was launched. You know, me and Ben are close. That's no secret. I went to Ben and put in the structure to allow people to work any business they want.
That's right.
Without getting terminated. I put that in place.
That was the premise.
And now I'm feeling a little salty because people take advantage of it.
Right.
We never said go into organizations, go play this game. And I know the game. I sit back and I watch, I just laugh. And I'm like, man, if I can just show enough people how to get to the sweet spot, if I can just get people to the sweet spot, repeat that. There's no pay plan in the world can touch what we have here with Live Good. Nothing. These generational matches.
That's right.
Folks are joining these companies that look like Live Good. Here's $10 a month. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, y'all not paying these generations. Y'all don't get it. But there's what I'm gonna say is there's three components of network marketing. First of all, we got to sponsor people. That's what we do. We network marketers, right?
Yep. You got to get out there and get in front of this.
So you got to sponsor people. And if you get network marketing, well, you can get in just about a product and save money. I get it. But you got to sponsor people. And then you got to duplicate. And where people are getting caught up, they're not duplicating, and then they blame the company. They blame Tim. They blame Dave. They blame the system. But people are following you. They're watching what you do. Does that make sense at all?
Yes, it does. I know one thing. What it does is it allows people to say, well, wait a minute. They get to use that excuse. I knew it. I'm so glad I didn't join that. I knew it.
Well, think about it, Des. If I needed some quick money with, you know me better than anybody. With my network, if I just made one post, could I sign a lot of people up?
You're gonna sign them up. You get that upfront money and get that free quick money. That's about it.
But is it fair to the team?
Not at all, because I trusted you with my team.
But you told me yesterday, you came up in a conversation because I was burnt out the other day. Remember?
He was, y'all. He was ready to
I was done. I was like, I'm tired. This is crazy.
Throwing the towel on.
And what did you say? You said, Tim, it's not about them. It's you folk. You got an organization out here that cares and wants to win. So thank you, Des.
You're welcome, Tim. But yeah, sometimes we all need that encouragement, and we all need our cup filled, because, at the end of the day, as people, as leaders that get on these calls, you're constantly, Britt, Josh, you guys are always pouring out to others, and somebody needs to pour into you. Somebody got to pour back into you, because at the end of the day, like I always say, who's on your front line? Who's keeping you accountable and pouring back into you, because you always out there, and Tim is pouring out there. You're pouring. Sometimes they're human, so they can get burnt out as well. And I had to remind him and a few other people, like, listen, guys, get out your own way, get out your feelings for a minute, and remember, it's bigger than us. This is about the mission. Don't let the devil come up in here, because we got something good coming, and he's trying to seek to destroy what we have going on here. And I refuse, because I know we're here to change the industry. I never forgot the mission. I know what the mission is about. It's about getting people healthy, getting people to
that's right.
broke doing it. And we also are able to change infrastructures around the world of people's income actually increasing, So we want to just stay on that mission. And I want to say thank you, Josh and Britt. Everybody put fire in the chat. We don't want to burn y'all, keep y'all on these calls. So we want, we definitely respect you this Saturday morning. But I want y'all guys to put them fire in the chat. And I want y'all to really give it up.
Well, let me tell you, Des, before you wrap it up.
Okay.
I just paid my membership for another year, so I'm 2 years out.
Oh, I know. I love that. Oh, yeah, guys, I forgot about that. You guys, I don't care. I keep saying it to everybody. Go to your back office. I didn't even know they put that the extra. I didn't even know that part. But you can actually pay up for 2 years. Isn't that great? Now, talking about telling your team to actually go in there and click that button. I mean, what is that happening? I mean, you're creating solid residual income. You know what I mean? What business does this? So guys,
and the bottom line is, I want to tell everybody is, I will be here for you as long as you're here with me. I'm running the race. This is a long-term play. This is not a gimmick or a trick. I will never, ever tell you anything wrong. But if I do get it wrong, I'll make it right. I don't do Ponzi schemes. I don't play these money games. I don't manipulate people. It's never going to happen. That's just my DNA. I am in this to win it. And nothing makes me happier than to see other people winning. It's not about me. It will never be about me. Des, I love you so much. Thank you for everything you do. Kelly, I don't want to start calling names. All of you guys are you guys are amazing. You guys are literally making more money than 90% of the network marketers out here that are on the internet posting that nonsense. You guys are winning. Get focused on the focus. Get to, help to, and just keep repeat that till you go diamond. It will change your life. Back to you, Des. I'm done.
All right. Go out, all out, massive action, guys. I just put it in the chat. Just go all out, massive action. They were the words of even Nauder Kazan. He said that that's what our goal is. And our next mission is for all of us on this call is just go out, all out, massive action. Tell everybody, it doesn't matter. Don't take it personal. The results that come along, all you're doing is sharing the information. Share your link, get in front of this, because guess what? We're about to drop the bomb and you do not want to miss it. You don't want to hear about all the numbers in the company, about all of, we got 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. How many of them are on your team is the question.
Hey, Des, just give them a little hint of what's going to happen when this weight loss product hit.
Say it again.
Give them a little hint of a little clue of what's going to happen when weight loss hits.
Well, you give them a little clue about what their income is going to do, because I know the income is definitely going to increase. The matrix is going to grow like crazy.
You saw it happen in Skinny Body Care.
I seen it. I mean, everybody's checks went just like through the roof.
But what does everybody want to do right now? You want to get ahead of it. Build now. Don't wait on it.
Build now, but go in and get your start making your own little like weight loss groups, so you can start putting your.
Yep, I have one.
Yeah, start getting your groups together, and guys, again, you don't have to put a bunch of live good people in your groups. What you're trying to do is you want a lot of prospects. So on your front page, for example, when you're on Facebook, what you want to post is for more tips, for more motivation, or tips like I'll put something out on my wall. Something like motivation or whatever. And I might say, for more posts like this, join my free Facebook group. That's how, I do. I give up some little information. It has nothing to do with Live Good, but, I might say for more posts like this, for more tips, motivation, join my free Facebook group. And then I'll have people hit my group that hit that link. And then I just add them into my Facebook group. What I noticed that is a lot of Live Good people wanting to get in those groups. So that's not the goal here. What you want is more prospects getting into that group, because when we drop the bomb, we want to be able to, again, have those prospects already in that group. So that was the purpose of why. And then you want to also put healthy weight loss, recipes and anything.
Yeah, you can go on Facebook. You can just go to Google and put in weight loss recipes and grab them.
Yeah, weight loss recipes, and even now what I'm putting in my groups now is even some of the Live Good stuff too. The testimonials from the Live Good from that group. So But that's what you want to do. But reach out if you need to, ask more questions about that. But other than that, that's basically just set yourself up a new, do a group. So everybody, again, we're going to wrap this call up as we said before, and we are going to say, hey, give it up for Britt and Josh. We'll see you guys all in Vegas. I hope everybody got your links too, so that you can get your rooms, get into Vegas. By all means necessary, guys. Do whatever what it takes.
I will be there.
I'll be there too. All right. Bye in the chat. Open up the chat. Open up the room. So everybody can say bye. And give
Bye,
it
everyone.
Recording stopped.
so much, Britt, Josh.
care.
Appreciate you guys.
Bye.
I'm out on your
Thank
Bye,
you, Britt.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
Josh.
you.
Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Desiree. Thank you, Tim.
Blessings.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Happy Saturday.
Hey, Omega, I see you.
Love
I
you
love
all,
you.
guys.
Yo,
Love
out
you,
Desiree, feel
there.
better, sweetie. All right. Love you.
Great job, guys.
Bye.
See you in Vegas.
All right. Make sure y'all
Hey,
support each other's
Trisha.
posts out there and live good
I,
world.
Oh, yeah.
I see.
Support,
Love
I
support.
see. Trisha's
Live
on here.
good.
Hey, Hope, I see you doing your thing too. Keep it up. You definitely doing a lot of posts out there. I see you.
Take care, everyone. Yeah. Time to get it.
Yes. Keep
Yes,
it up,
sir.
Omega. I see you, Omega.
I know.
I see your post. I love it.
It's happening. I feel it.
Yes. Good job. Good
Feel the
job.
fire.
All right.
Right. Peace. Thanks.